Finally, some good news for Mullen Automotive. Stock has found a short-term floor at 40 cents. You can also call this a potential double bottom. Now, before we continue with the analysis, let's get into the good news and see if the good news can continue to roll in. So first, Mullen Automotive stock surged after the company announced that it had acquired battery pack production assets from Romeo Power for approximately $3.5 million. Now, what's interesting about the acquisition is Nikola is blaming Romeo Power for supplying its battery packs that has caused its most recent fires on its trucks. Nevertheless, the acquisition follows Mullen's failed plans with Lawrence Harge to develop the energy management module. The EMM could purportedly increase the range of any EV battery. Purchasing the Romeo assets is consistent with our battery pack production path and previous announcement from our high voltage facility in Monrovia, said the CEO and Chairman David Mosheri. Overall, this purchase further enhances our capabilities for battery pack production right here in California and the US. All right, let's get into the other news. Mullen Automotive stock is in full focus after the company announced that British Airways began piloting Mullen's campus EV cargo van at the LA International Airport back in April. After the pilot program was completed, LA International Airport and O'Hara in Chicago agreed to purchase an unspecified number of campus vans in support of British Airways airport ground operations. Mullen also disclosed that it had entered into another campus van pilot program at George Bush International Airport on July 12th. All right, so if you haven't heard, the NASDAQ just sent Mullen a letter saying they were going to delist them as they did not maintain at least 10 consecutive business days where price was above $1. However, again, this is good news. Mullen confirmed that it had requested a hearing in front of the listing qualification panel in order to appeal the determination. Now, Mullen stock should remain listed on the NASDAQ while the panel makes its decision. Mullen added that the panel has the power to grant it another 180 days extension to regain compliance. Now, what's important about staying on the NASDAQ is that it will be easier for Mullen to raise capital. However, if they get delisted and trade over the counter, not only is the stock going to be illiquid between buyers and sellers, but it's going to be tougher to raise capital. Nevertheless, let's get back to the charts, and I'm just going to zoom out to the weekly chart for a minute just to show and put in perspective that short-term bottom relative to where resistance is at, and it happens to be right at the dollar level where you have support, which became resistance. So where can Mullen go in the short term? Well, price is rising thus far for the week. It would be nice if price can close above the weekly high from last week. If it can do that, that would put it in a position for price to continue to rise higher. Going to the daily chart. Don't want to be ambitious. So if we can get a close above last week's weekly high, look for a short-term high at the $70 cent level. Thanks for watching. Subscribe. Please like the video.